Good morning. This time I'm over at the Newlands Valley in the Lake District and we're back to climbing peaks. We've got 4 way and rides to do over a 6.1 mile circular route. First one we're going to do is Causey Pike, a little bit of a scramble up there. Then we'll head on to Crags, the biggest one on our route today. After that we'll drop down on the Outerside, which I've already climbed on a previous walk, a variation of the Coledale horseshoe. And then we'll finish off on Barrow. So 4 way and rides, 3 new ones for me. I've parked back there on the roadside and followed this trail up here. I've come to this section where, if you want, you can take the right, which is less steep, it's slightly longer ascent up the Causey Pike, or you can take the left, which I'm going to do, which is a lot steeper and a bit more exposed. This Ellis Crag is a bit scrambly like. Woo! Right, we've got views, Cap Bells, bit of snow beyond that. I don't know if that's just over Helvell, if that's Causey Pike I can see in the background. Maiden Moor, High Spy, Dale Head, over towards Buttermere here, Hard Crags, and then we've got Causey Pike, that's where we're going up there. I can just see somebody on the summit. And then we've got the ridge walk along the Crags there. I love climbing hills. Yeah, they reckon that the more you walk, the easier it gets to ascend things like that. That's absolute codswallop. I've got a very physical job, and every night after work I walk 3 to 4 mile daily. Then on a weekend I do my 2 bigger routes. Whether I'm out recording or not, I'm still out walking. So on average I do about 25 to 30 mile per week, and it gets no easier. The only thing that I've noticed is you've got to stop less often to catch your breath, but it still knacks. You still get that burn in your calf. So anyone that tells you get yourself on the step machine or out walking before you climb a mountain and it'll make it easy is full of shite. What an approach this is, mind. You can see here, this is the path. We're going to skirt up here, up the side, and then get to the scrambly section just before the summit. I'll tell you what, I think we're going to be just below the cloud base. Steep this tower. Final approach towards the scramble. That'll take us over onto the summit. Just having 5 minutes before I tackle this summit scramble here. Whenever I do a route, I research it extensively, and if I'm doing an all trails route, I'll read the comments from people that's done it previously. One thing I've noticed about this is there's a canny few Karens describing it as a sheer climb. Don't look down, keep tight your head, all that palaver. Now looking at it, yes it is steep and a bit hands-on, but it's the Jack's rake. We'll get up and have a go at it. No issues here, mate. I'm not going to tell you porcupines. Bit hands-on, but very, very doable. Just a minor scramble. Not out the ordinary. It's more like steps with handholds, you know. Bloody wind's going to blow us off this. Right, it should be near the summit. Causey Pike summit, 2,090 feet. First one of the day. Main ride number 41 for me. I can't see a summit corner or anything like. Anyway, spin you around, have a look at some views. Skiddaw, Darwin Water, Cap Bells, Maiden Moor, Dale Head, we've seen all them, High Spy, Buttermere a lot over here, and this is the ridge walk we're doing next. This is going to take us up onto Crags, which is the biggest summit on today's route. the path from Causey Pike to Scar Crags is canny steady. It was a bit of a pull up to Causey Pike, like slightly more elevation to go, but nothing major. It's a nice rest to get on like a sort of flat path, even though it's windy as hell. That's it there, that little peak there, Scar Crags summit. It's looking like we're on for some ridiculous views up here. Mains. So on my map, this is Scar Crags summit, the biggest one on the route today, 2,205 feet. I'm not sure if the actual Wainwright's a bit further on. Doesn't matter because I'm going to tick it off anyway because that's the way I'm heading. But aye, that's Wainwright number 42 for me, here or there, wherever it is. You've got that iconic windy path that'll take you up to Crag Hill, Sale, Mint. I mean, look at this. Unbelievable. And it's dead still. There's no wind. And nice views over to my favourite fell, Coledale Pike. Actually the very first Wainwright I did. I'm yet to do Whiteside East Top just there. What I might do is come back over another day and do Coledale Pike, Hopegill Head, just to tick Whiteside East Top off. I didn't mind doing stuff again. Aye, so as I've just mentioned there, Coledale Pike was my first Wainwright, and I did it as part of the standard Coledale Horseshoe, 5 Wainwrights, about 9 mile, very first walk. Did it in the snow, it was mint. If you wanted to extend that, you could add the 3 new ones I'm doing today onto the standard Coledale Horseshoe. And if you're a super duper mega lunatic hard case, you can even put Whiteside East Top on, and you can add Grassmoor, Whiteless Pike and Wando up to that, and it's something mental like 16 mile 12 Wainwright route. That's no fun to me. What I tend to do now is, especially when I'm out by myself, is I'll break these big routes down into maybe 2 or 3 trips. If I can come over and do 6, 7, 8 mile and grab 2 or 3 Wainwrights, sometimes 4, I'm over the moon. I've did these big routes before and it just writes us off for days, man. As I've said before, I've got a physical job and it's just not enjoyable for us. So we come to this bit here, as we've seen, that's the iconic windy Snake Road up the Sale and Crag Hill. What we're going to do is drop down now, right, and we're going to go on Outerside, which I've already climbed before, but I didn't mind doing that again. I'm just on FaceTime to John. Whoa! Never try and FaceTime your girlfriend while recording on a GoPro descending a scree slope, because you fall over just like that. Losing a lot of elevation now coming down this path. That's Outerside there, so that's the 3rd one on the route. Bit of a pull-up route. Last time I was over here, I remembered the approach to Outerside was black rotten toilet bog, but you know what, after the views that I'm getting up on the tops there, I'll walk through a wet hot shite and I'll still be happy. Canny exposed path this. If you slide down this gate, you're not going to die, but it's going to hurt. Don't know if you can just see the mine in the background there, and also a lovely little waterfall. That looks mint. Oh man, I love the Coledale Horseshoe. Yep, very boggy. So this is Outerside here. Oh, friggin' hell. I tell you what, it looks a lot smaller from here, Causey Pike. Bit of a pull, that. One thing I'll say about Outerside is, for a low-lying fell, it's very exposed, even more so when you get on the top. Wainwright number 3 for the route. Outerside, 1,864 feet. Let us spin you around for these views. Skiddaw range looking mint. Ullick Pike and that. Skiddaw, Little Man, Glen Cathro over there. You can pretty much see the route we've did. So this is Causey Pike here. We've come up there, followed the ridge along to Scar Crags, and then we've dropped down there, come up Outerside. The next one we've got is Barrow, which is the final one on the route, and a new one for me. I've just been laughing to myself. Last time I was up here, I remember when we were descending it, my mate Si, his knee had locked up. It was the first time we'd ever been over the lakes, and we were unfit as hell, very, very unexperienced. And when he was coming off Outerside, he was coming down it like fucking Whistler off the Blade films, Forrest Gump or something. Funny as out. I wish I brought my stick coming down here. I don't bring it if I know there's going to be a scramble on the route, because it just gets in my way. But I wouldn't even class that Causey Pike as a scramble. Coming down Barrow is going to be steep as out. Got an hour on my arse. As I've been coming down Outerside there, I've noticed quite a few people coming past us. There's been maybe 5 or 6 people past us, and there's more coming this way now. If you get over early enough, you'll get these fells to yourself like I have. But this is a very, very popular area. One thing I'll say though, people over the Lake District, walkers and fell runners, are probably some of the most friendliest people I've ever met. If I was walking, say, back home, Pension Monument, you can't pass someone, bad mood all the time. Every single person you pass, they'll stop and say, hello, you alright? Nice day. Banana hoolie in it. Peak Climber UK. Oh, bog jumper. Just for context, right? Anyone that tells you Causey Pike isn't steep, that's what we've went up. Last one of the day. Few people about. Barrow summit there. Nice view of Outerside behind us where we've come down. Lovely jubbly. What's going on Barrow summit? It's like Tesco or something. Packed. What's these doing? Rocking it. Right, that was Barrow summit. It's absolutely packed, so I'm not hanging around there. 1,490 feet. That's a final Wainwright on the route today. My 43rd. Buzzing with that. Mental. Can it be enjoyable, that mate, can it? Got to be the most fell runners I've ever seen in my life. Snaking all the way down there. Hundreds. How am I going to get past this? Well, that's a new one for me. Just a stream of fell runners powering up Barrow. I couldn't even tell you how many there was. There must have been 100 more. Crazy. How anyone can enjoy that is beyond me. Hard work, that. Anyway, so I'm nearly down now. I'll wrap it up. Thoroughly enjoyed that. First one over here for the year. Certainly won't be the last. See you next time.